allowed to anchor around Curaçao, but you need permits. You need a permit for Spanish waters. You get up to 90 days. And then any other place you go to, you've got to get a permit. This morning I am off to the harbour master to try and get us a permit to go to Klein, Curaçao.
You and me, we're family. The bond that we share is as deep as the sea. No matter how rough things may come to be, you and me, we're family.
It's a bit of a trek to the harbour master office. Normally you go across on the pontoon bridge, but today it looks like, or at this time in the morning, it looks like that's not working. Maybe it's just open to allow the ships to pass through, so you get the free ferry. Okay, so to get the permits, yeah, you get that bus and then you get that ferry, and then it's quite a walk after that to get under that massive great big highway to get to the harbour master. I forgot my passport, so it nearly didn't let me in the gate, and then the lady said that, and they all made it quite clear they don't normally do that, and then she made it quite clear that she doesn't normally issue permits unless you can prove, you know, like when you arrived in the country and left, and I needed my passport, but she luckily let Woody send it and even let me join up to her hotspot, and then she even gave me a little smile at the end. So we've got an anchor permit, yay, for Klein Curaçao. Here we go, all the way back now. Okay, so after about a 3-hour motor into wind, we have arrived at Klein Curaçao, which looks quite cool. Sort of desert island sort of type place. In the past, the slave boats used to stop on this island to quarantine the sick, and any that died were buried on this island.
So this is Klein Curaçao, which is an island just on the south of Curaçao. So we come here to anchor for a few days. Where we're anchored, it's like a shelf, and then there's a massive drop-off. Some fantastic fish just coming off the drop-off, and the boat is just basically floating above it. So yeah, we get to see some amazing wildlife down there. It's quite a barren island, very flat. There's one lighthouse in the middle and a couple of wrecks down on the windward side of the island. So we brought the drone ashore today. We got some really awesome drone shots of the coast and the lighthouse. Did some practicing our drone shots because this is probably one of the first places we've been with it.
So here on Klein Curaçao, it's also a important turtle nesting site as well. They come up on the beach and lay their eggs. And the great thing here is that when a nest is spotted, they actually put a little sign by it so that people don't disturb it, which is really good to see. Is the lighthouse where people actually used to live. It's the lighthouse on Klein Curaçao, and they used to make sure that lamp was always lit so that the sailors could see the island, because it is actually very difficult to see this island if you're not really quite close because it's so flat. This is probably the tallest building on it actually. The light would have been up there.
So we've got this wreck here, which is not too dissimilar to enamel, but it's not enamel because it's got the teak decks, but it's pretty much a similar size and similar sort of type of boat to ours. And it just shows the dangers along this windward side of the shore, because we have obviously got this leisure boat here, and then we've got sort of a mini cargo or tanker along the coast there, and a couple of more wrecks offshore. So yeah, it's where a few cruising dreams have gone to die, really. Yeah, it's beautiful, but it's sad as well. We walked along the coast, and as everywhere else we've been in the world, it's just covered in plastic, you know, plastic bottle tops, toothpaste, water bottles, and everything else. Shoes. So even though it's a beautiful island, it's kind of, you know, everywhere we go it seems to be blighted by plastic trash.
So we're on the windward side of the island, and naturally it's where all the kind of rubbish from the sea builds up. So there's loads and loads of plastic. Our friends and all our other boats, they did the other half of the beach, and there's still loads on this side of the beach, and if you keep going around it's quite overwhelming really. But yes, we try to collect as much as we can, and try to at least gather it into a pile, because we can't carry it all back, we haven't got enough bags, and maybe we can come back later with a bag to take it and get rid of it.
So we've done a bit of a beach comb and done our sort of plastic pickup bit, but it gets a bit overwhelming, as Renka's already said. But this boat has been thoroughly picked to death. I mean, it's even had the sort of the stanchion post grinded off, and so I think everything that's worth salvaging from this boat has been salvaged. So we're going for a bit of a snorkel today. We're going to go to the beach and along to the pier and then back, because yesterday we didn't take the camera, but there was some fantastic wildlife. There's some eels and some octopus, turtles, and lots of parrotfish.
It didn't use its fin. It actually, like, there's two fins on the top and the bottom. It was flapping, and me and my dad think it's a moon fish.
So we come out for a snorkel, but there's that jet ski that's racing up and down the beach, and we just hear so many accidents all the time with jet skis. You know, they're accidents, but they happen, and it's because they're just going fast, and it's a shame really. It's kind of, you know, if you want to go and be a speed freak, why do you have to do it on a beach like this?
I absolutely hate those things. Everywhere we've gone in the world, whether it's from Turkey to the Amazon rainforest to here, it is plagued by jet skis.
So we were off to the beach to meet up with some wonderful sailing families, and this is where new friendships were made and many adventures were to follow. Stay tuned for the next episode when we decide to clear out of Curaçao and head to Colombia. big thanks for watching, and especially thanks to our patrons who make these videos possible. If you'd like to become part of the Patreon family, then follow the link in the description below, or just put Mothership Adrift Patreon and I'll take you to the right place.
You and me, we're family. The bond that we share is as deep as the sea.
We would really love to hear from you, so if you'd like to leave comments, then go to our Facebook page or Instagram, or even to our Patreon page where you can connect to us immediately. And don't forget to check out our new t-shirt designs available on our merchandise store.